So yesterday, I got laid off.
Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. So in today's video, we'll be talking about other workers have been laid off from their 9 to 5 jobs and they're left with nothing. So I'll put the stitches together so that you watch. I'll be back share my true sense.
So yesterday, I got laid off. I got laid off. What a humbling experience, I have to say. I mean, I've been working in the HR field for over 20 years, right? I'm 55 years old and laid off. Like, I am laid off. Like, I woke up this morning like, girl, you need somebody. You got stuff to do. And I was like, no, you don't. And I was like, so devastated. Like, my chest just kind of like sunk in. And I was like, I don't have no job to get up and go to. Like, what am I getting ready to do? And that's a valid question. Like, what am I getting ready to do? I don't know. It's a weird place to be. I know I'm not the only one, that's in the position. So I get that. But it's just a weird place to be at 55 and to not be employed. And considering I've been working since I was like 12, 13 years old, to now not be working is something, but I've been, thinking about a few things, like, going into business for myself, maybe changing my career field. I don't know. What do you guys think? What some of you all that have gone through the same thing, how did you get through it? Like, what did you do? So I'm just asking the question, like, now what?
I just got laid off from a job that I've had for 11 years, almost 12 years in August. There are so many emotions around it, sadness and anger. Also, I'm kind of excited. I'll be able to think, do house projects, write my book. Instead of interpreting this as something that's happening to me, I think I'm going to think of it as something that's happening for me. And I say all that having just cried at my desk. Anyway, if you've been through this, tell us how you got over it, through it, in the comments. And if you're currently going through this, I'm right there with you. Yeah, I still can't believe today's my last day. Maybe it's the first day of something else, right?
Some of you guys may know this story, but I used to work at Nike and I was a corporate executive recruiter. Like, it was fire, like free clothes. I was helping people get jobs at Nike. I was even writing a book about the women of Nike. So a lot of times they talk about the men of Nike, but they don't tell the hidden stories of the women and how it was actually the women who helped build it. But anyways, neither here nor there, this or that. I thought I was going to be there forever, until I went on maternity leave with my second daughter. And while I was on maternity leave, I received an email that basically said, thank you for your services, but do not come back. We are going to lay you off. We're going to lay off half your team. And we're also going to lay off 500 other people in Nike. So thank you so much. Oh, what? What? I didn't know what to do. I did not know what to do. I didn't have a backup plan. I just had 2 kids. Not only did I just have 2 kids, Nike, y'all the people that helped me get these 2 kids. They literally had to go through in vitro fertilization to have my own children, and Nike paid for the surgeries I needed to have. So I did not think for 1 second that I would be let go. But I'm so grateful that I did, because it started making me say, okay, I am not just employable, I am essential. And so how do I figure it out? I have gone on a journey to figure it out. I have read the books, I have taken the classes, I have studied, I have listened to the books, I have listened to the audibles, watched the YouTubes, I have interviewed people, I have been interviewed, I have won, I have failed, I have struggled, I have strived, and I've put it all together to help you, help us turn what we love to do and what we're wired to do into the whole reason on why we're here. What if I told you that? What if I told you that the things that you love is the whole reason why you're even on earth? So I have so much to share with you. We'll talk about language. We'll talk about how you water down, yourself and your skills because you think that they're too small or they're insignificant. There's so much to go over. And I'm looking over these notes because I want to say this to you. I want you to join in to this class. It's called Passions to Paychecks. I want you to comment P2P in the comments below. The first 10 people to comment P2P, I will send you the link for free. I just want you to join because I want you to have that covenant with yourself, that awakening moment that you realize that you are also not just employable, you are essential. And there's somebody waiting for you to become the person that you need to become so that they can be free and become the people that they need to become. Somebody's destiny is attached to your purpose. So through these 3 days, it's 3 days, 1 hour a day. I promise you your life will not be the same. I promise you, I guarantee you. Comment P2P in the comments. The first 10 people to comment P2P, I'm going to send you the link for free. If you want to join the class, click the link in my bio. I promise you I have the answer. And I promise you, your life will not ever be the same. I promise you.
So I joined the hundreds of thousands of Black women who have lost their jobs since the beginning of the year this past Friday. But don't feel bad for me because I have been preparing for this since last October. Sometime in September of last year, I started to feel like I didn't know who I was. I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing. I just felt like I had a lot of brain fog and a lot of confusion about what was next for me. And it's so interesting because I see so many people on this app all the time that are also having the same sort of awakening. So in order to take care of myself, I actually went on leave from my job from the beginning of October until the end of December of last year. And if you've been following me, you know that during that time I did a magic mushroom experience. I went to a retreat. I went on a transatlantic voyage from Rome to Miami. I did a solo trip to Mexico. I did a lot of different things that by the end of that 90-day period, I felt like I understood what would be next for me. And I started thinking about my job as a resource. And while I showed up every day, did the things that I needed to do, always do my best, I'm never going to be a slacker, I just saw it for what it was. And I began to plan milestones that I wanted to reach before I walked away. And then the universe said, all right, bet, let's get you right on up out of there. And ultimately, every single milestone that I wrote down, that I thought about, that I planned, I met every single one of those milestones. Even though I got laid off, even though I'm leaving earlier than I thought I would be leaving, I still met all of those milestones. And I really just got to thank the power of the universe for that. Like, I've talked to my friends and they're like, you literally manifested this. And it's true. They're right. I made a decision to change my life, and I did it. And it didn't matter that I didn't know anyone else who had done it, that no one in my family had ever done it. None of that mattered. I made the decision to do something because I didn't like my life the way that it was. So I decided to change it. And once I made that decision, things started to happen and to fall into place. And while I was very fearful initially of things changing, me not having my job, I worked the same job for the last 4.5 years. It's literally the job I've had the longest. I was fearful of walking away from that, but let it all work out, just like the song says. And it literally all worked out in my favor. So if you need a sign to say the thing and do the thing that you say that you have been wanting for a long time, if you're like me, years, you've been saying you want that thing for a long time, make the decision to do it and just go out there and do the thing.
That's a video, guys. I'm just here also to share my 2 cents, like what I think about today's video. Older workers in their 40s are being laid off from their work. It's a quiet crisis that many people don't see it coming until it happens to them. You're in your 40s, you've been working for the same company for years, maybe even decades. You've given your time, your loyalty, your weekends, your holidays, You've been trained, you have trained new hires or new workers and stay late, updated to new system and kept up with the fast pace of change. And then one day you're told your role is no longer needed. You are laid off just like that. So what's happening to other workers in their 40s is deeply concerning. This is an age where people are not just trying to survive, but often in their peak of their financial responsibilities. You might be paying off a mortgage, supporting kids through school or college, or even helping elder parents. It's all the same time you expect to be told you're no longer valuable to the workplace, but that's exactly what is happening. It's happening across industries from tech to retail, healthcare to manufacturing. These workers are being replaced with younger ones, often cheaper labor or by automation or simply being cast aside in the name of a company restructuring. Let's talk about how age discrimination plays a huge role. A lot of companies won't say they are firing you because you're older. They're saying things like, we are going in a new direction or we are making room for innovation. But being those statements is often a subtitle unspoken message. You are no longer needed, or you are not the future, you are the past. It's heartbreaking and so deeply hurting, especially when these workers have valuable skills, deep institutional knowledge, and a strong work ethic. Many of them are even more tech savvy than people giving them credit for. Constantly adapting to digital tools, learning new systems just to stay relevant, but the bias is there, hidden behind the corporate language and polished HR script. Now imagine the emotional toll. It's not just the job loss, it's the identity crisis that follows. When you've built your whole adult life around your career, losing your job can feel like losing a part of yourself. This is shame, confusion, self-doubt. You might start to ask, what did I do wrong? When the reality, you did everything right. You showed up, you worked hard, you committed, but you were still let go. The worst part is you start applying to new jobs only to be told you are overqualified or you don't even get a call back. It feels like the world is moving on without you, as if there are invisible explanation that adapt to that. So let's also talk about the how these financial it has also hit people with financial impact. Many workers in their 40s don't have the luxury of starting over. Some are still recovering from financial setback caused by the pandemic. Others were never paid what they truly deserve and have been playing catch up for years. So getting laid off is not just a bump in the road, it can feel like a full setback. Rebuilding at this age is hard. The job market doesn't favor people who need stability and decent pay. It favors flexibility, youth, and cheap labor. And if you don't have solid saving or a second stream of income, the stress multiplies quickly. But let me take a moment to zoom out and ask, why are we as a society discarding people who still have decades of experience and contribution ahead of them? Why are we not building workplaces that support longevity? We celebrate youth, but we forget that even younger today is an older worker tomorrow. If we don't change the narrative, we are all at risk becoming disposable when we hit a certain age. That's not progress, that's regression. It's time to push for better protection. Other workers deserve a legal safeguard, reskilling opportunities, and companies that value experience, not just an ambition. We need to stop pretending that being in your 40s make you old in the workplace. In many ways, it's when workers hit their stride, more confident, more strategic, more capable. Companies should be investing in that, not tossing it aside. To the viewers who are in their 40s and have been laid off, I see you. You're not alone, and your story matters. You still have value. You still have something to offer, and maybe this layoff is not the end. It's a beginning of something better. Whether that's starting your own business, freelancing, changing industries, or taking a leap you were too scared to make before. You have wisdom, resilience, and grit, and no one can take that away from you. So I've seen a lot of people coming to TikTok and started talking about how hateful they are. Okay, like it's so heartbreaking being laid off, and you know that you have a lot of bills to pay, you have kids to take to school, and these people, they are not even thinking about you in that way. They're just being selfish. Like they're just saying, no, we are restructuring, but what am I going to do? Where am I going to go? Because when you hit 40, it's really crazy. Like you said, making your resumes again, you drop, and we're having interviews. Already ageism is real. People are being discriminated because of their age. They thought they're too qualified. We can't just give you this job. Like this thing is just a new normal in 2025, because a lot of people have been hearing it, and this is the word which they have been using. Okay, you're overqualified. Just say that you're looking for cheaper workers, not someone who is experienced and someone who can do a great job. So thank you so much for watching my videos. I'll see you in my next episode. Take good care of yourself. All I can say for now is bye bye.